Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Leanna. I make videos about my family and homeschooling, homesteading, and just basically anything I want. If you are here, it's because you saw the title and you want to learn how to homeschool. This is actually a video I've done before in the past. I am replacing the old video because the old video was in compliance with the old law in Ohio, and they changed the law last year. They announced the changes in August of 2023, and it went into effect in October 3rd of 2023. And I'm just updating. I had done a mini update last year to say that it was changing. I figured I'll just do a whole new video and update everybody on the new rules. It's actually a lot easier for anyone who's done it in the past. But let's get into it, okay? All right, so you can get all of this information off of education.ohio.gov. Everything I'm saying, it's public domain, it's public knowledge, it's law. So there you go. They actually have a template for how to notify to make it even easier for you. So if you want to go and download their template, that's really easy. I like to do that sometimes when I go to a notifier at the beginning of the year if I don't feel like writing my letter out completely. Well, let's start, okay? Before I get ahead of myself, let's start. So according to the law, in section, the revised code of Ohio, section 3321.042A, you are supposed to notify your local school board. And you're supposed to send it to the, superintendent. Okay. You're supposed to send it to the superintendent. So when you're sending your letter, you address it to the superintendent, and you address the school board. So you'll address the envelope with the address to the local school board, attention with superintendent's name. And you can use the form they have on the education.ohio.gov. I'll leave a link down below to the form. Or you can write it up yourself. But you basically cite the law. And then you say that for this school year, which this school year that we're currently on is 2024-2025, you, the parent/guardian, intend to, at your current address, intend to homeschool according to the law, and then you say you're going to homeschool math, language arts, science, history, government, social studies, in accordance with the revised code. And then you say your children's names. You don't have to give anything beyond their names. Like you'll say Tom, Jerry, Ivy, all their names. And then you say with that, and then you say in accordance with code 3221.042, the district superintendent shall respond with a written acknowledgement within 14 calendar days of receipt of this notice. A child exempt under this section shall not be required to be excused under section 32.041 of the revised code. And so then you're saying you are just letting them know that you're doing this, okay? That's why I always use their form, because it's not really a form, it's just a template. It's just a template for a letter, and you could write it in any letter you want. It just makes it easier when you use theirs. And then you sign it and you date it. We send it in. And they have 14 days to give it back to you. I like to send mine certified. Some people walk it in to the school district because they like to have it done the same day, because they pull their kids same day, so they have to have it all done. I've seen people mail it and just send it regular mail. I prefer certified because I can have a tracking on it. I know who signed for it. I know who, I know when it got there. I get a notice of it. I have record of everything. I'm kind of meticulous that way. It is okay to send a regular mail, but if you don't hear anything back in 14 days, you're going to be going and doing this again. You might have to walk it in. So I just prefer to do it that way. Cuts out all the extra problems. And then once the superintendent receives it, Again, you're going to address the envelope with the school board's address and then attention to the superintendent. And then once the superintendent receives it, you're going to get a letter back. And the letter from our superintendent, and from what I've seen in a lot of the school groups, are fairly small now. They used to be longer, but usually it'll say something along the lines of, I have acknowledged and received your letter, and that's it. And that's really all they're required to do, and that's really all you want them to do, because all this is, you're not asking permission to homeschool, you're just notifying them that your child is no longer going to be attending the school. And you're allowed to do that based on how the law is written. And that's it. That's what you're going to send in every year from then on. If you pull them in the middle of the school year, this year, say it's now September that I'm posting this. So you pull them in October or January of this year, January of next year, you will then notify it in August for the following school year if you continue homeschooling. And if you don't, you just enroll them in school and move on your merry way. There's nothing else you really need to do. There's no more assessments. You just notify every year, beginning of the school year. And that's really all you have to do to get started in homeschooling in Ohio. Now, obviously, there's other things you want to think about, like curriculum and how you want to homeschool. If you're an unschooler or a school at home type of homeschooler or an eclectic homeschooler, all those types of terms. But at the end of the day, those just do not matter to get your child started in homeschooling. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I know this was kind of a short video, but if you want to subscribe to my channel, I do have videos on how we homeschool personally, because I don't want to say there's no wrong way to homeschool, because you want to make sure your child has education and has an education and has, see, I'm not even forming proper sentences right now. You want to make sure your child has a proper education. You want to make sure your child has all the skills to enter society and to be able to function as a proper adult. Yeah. But there are a million ways to get there, and there's a million ways to do it right, and they don't always look the same as what traditional school looks like. So I do make a lot of videos on that. You can subscribe and follow me. I always say I'm trying to get better at posting more, but even if I'm not posting regularly, I do leave links, and I do leave references as to where I get my information, and I do leave ideas as to where to find more ideas to help you. Another thing is, with homeschooling, if you overthink it too much in the beginning, you tend to start going crazy. So the best thing to do, if you want to homeschool, just start with the legal procedures. Just go to education.ohio.gov. Download their template. It already has the law cited on it. You're just going to put your kids' names on it, your address, and your name, and send it off to your school board and tell them you're ready to homeschool. That's all you have to do. If they ask for more, you're not legally required to give it to them. If they tell you have to fill out a form specifically to the your local school district, you're not legally required to do that. If they tell you they need to know your curriculum, you're not legally required to do that. If they threaten you with CPS, they have no legs to stand on. So that's all that there is to start homeschooling in Ohio. So you are more than capable of just getting started right now. Even if it sounds scary and you don't have a curriculum picked out, don't worry, you will get there. And you can message me on Facebook. I have all my or Instagram or any of my other socials. I have all my socials listed on my profile. I get back as fast as I can, and I have already helped a couple of people walk through this process and into homeschooling, and I do not mind helping whoever needs help. Or you can leave a comment, and I look at all the comments. I respond to all the comments I see, and I have helped several people be able to transition from public school to homeschooling. So by all means, and I believe my email is listed for inquiries too. So feel free to just reach out, because I do not mind helping at all. And I understand this is like a scary process, and there's a lot going on in our schools right now. If you need help, please reach out. Don't feel like it's too much to do. Okay? thank you guys so much for watching if you've gotten this far in the video. And like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that YouTubers ask you to do. Or don't. I don't care. It's up to you. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.